Hello, friends. Glenda Mollett here, and welcome to my craft room. A little bit late. I was, I was bopping around on Facebook, and you know how you get sucked down that rabbit hole. And then I looked at the clock. It was like 7:32. Oops, I'm supposed to be live. So I'm here. As some of you say often, better late than never. Okay, just getting Facebook up and running. Going to click on here. Going to go over here, click on that. All righty, we're up and going. There we are. So, hello, Alice. Hi. How's everybody today? I've got a cool card for you. It can be a masculine birthday card. That's not the sentiment I put on it, but you could very well do that. I'm going to be using textured notes again, the one I've been using all week. And this card, this bundle and designer paper has texture unlike anything else that we have had in a very long time. I love the designer papers. They're pictures of different fabrics. No, not really fabrics. Different, I don't know, different weaves. Hi, Connie. Oh, Alice says she was wondering where I was. She was going through withdrawals. There was no creativity. Oh, well, thank you, Alice. And hello to Milo. Yes, fibers. That's the word I'm trying to remember. Fibers. It's got pictures of different weaves of fibers, and it is amazing. So, hello, Norma. I am going to show you the card that I came up with. I was supposed to be creating today for next week because I'm supposed to be live next week, and I don't know what I'm doing next week, which is really unusual for me. But the last chance list came out this morning. I've been busy with my little red dots. There's a sea of little red dots in my craft room. Red dots mean things are retiring. So I put red dots on them so that I don't continue to, well, I still continue to use them and I continue to show you them, but I have to keep an eye on them to make sure they're still current because they can disappear like that. And then where would we be? I'd be using a product that you cannot get your hands on. And I hate that. I don't know about you, but when I started making cards, I used to go to a little store in Victoria, which 20 some years later, they just retired and closed down. And I would go to them and I would say, I want everything I need to make that card that's up there on your wall. And they would say to me, sorry, we don't sell that stuff anymore. Really? Then why do you still have it on your wall? It was so disappointing to me that I stopped going to that store, which I really enjoyed doing. Well, partly because that was way in Victoria and that's like 3 hours away from me. But I swore when I started this that I would not showcase stuff that you guys could not get your hands on and purchase and use because it's just frustrating. Hi, Jackie. Am I right? Is it just me that feels that way or does everybody feel that way? Answer me in the comments. And I am going to flip you around and I'm going to show you this card. There we go. Here's the card. What do you think? Look at the texture on this. Does that not just make your heart happy? I know we don't sell vellum anymore and I'm breaking my rule, but you can get vellum anywhere. And I'm sure if you're like me, you may have a package or two or maybe 6 hanging around somewhere. Norma says I'm right. Yeah. So this die set here, this is the Charming Duck Pond dies. They're on the last chance list. Hello, Nicole. Yes. I know, right? Um, so this is the last chance list. That is the annual catalog, the mini catalog, online exclusives, and some stuff that was already there. See all the yellow? That's all the stuff I had to put red dots on. And I'm not done yet because I still have to do the dies and the embossing folders and the punches. But I got tired and wanted to go for a walk. So there you go. Now, Charming Duck Pond dies are on sale right now. They're regularly $44. You can get them for $39.60. And the Charming Duck Pond stamp set is on sale for $22.40 instead of $28. So if you wanted that bundle, and the paper is also on sale. So the bundle is $64.75. But if you got the stamp sets on sale and the dies on sale, you pay $62 instead of $64.75. So you're saving $2.75. Just saying, that's not a lot, but it's a lot. So if you are looking at the last chance list, make sure you look at the price of the individual pieces versus the price of the bundle, because often they've got stuff on sale that when you buy the pieces, the stamp set and the dies or the punch separately, it's cheaper. I did notice that there is stuff in here that is 70% off. Right, 70% off. Let me find the paper. Charming Duck Pond. I'm not using the paper tonight. What's it called? Lily Pond Lane. It's on sale for 20% off. So if you are registered for my newsletter, it goes out tomorrow morning and it will have a link to this list. I have sorted it alphabetically so that if you alphabetically by category. So I have all the embellishments together, all the inks together, all the papers together, all the stamps together. If you're like me, I go through my craft room in sections and put my little red dots on. So if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, let's make a card. You could not find that list. Eddie, it is when you log in, you go to ordering and then you go to last chance and discontinued list. And it's in there. You just click on it and you will download it. Or if you're registered for my emails, you'll get it tomorrow sent right to you in a PDF. But if you want the Excel one, you have to get it off of the website. Okay, so this uses a bunch of strips of designer paper, and then I cut it out afterwards with the textured notes dies, those ones that have all the fun decorations around the edge. So I'm only using early espresso, and I have Wink of Stella because I like putting Wink of Stella on my trees. There's the inside. So who was hanging out with me last night? Who watched me create the card from last night? Do you remember what it looks like? Hang on, I'll get it. So last night I showed you how to create this card, a collage card, how to get the stippling around the outside and on the inside. And this also used the dies. You missed last night? Oh, Alice. It's okay. You can go back and watch the replay either on YouTube or Facebook. They're there. I did go hog wild with the dies on this one though. There's the textured notes bundle, the stamp set, and all of these dies that have these fun edges on them. So I'm going to use those. And I'm using the Stylish Shapes dies for the 2 circles. Then I use the Scenic Adventure dies for the trees. You will once you get the last 2 sets. Oh, that's okay. You're allowed to do that. Work comes first, girl. Well, actually, family comes first. Work comes second. And creativity is somewhere mixed in with the 3 of them. Then I use the Charming Duck Pond dies, this one here, and the Everyday Arches dies. So what's that? That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of dies I used on this, and only one of them is retiring. So that's not bad, because have you seen that retiring list? I went through my catalog last night, and somebody told me there was 111 stamp sets in there, and I didn't count them. So I'm going with that. But there is only 15 stamp sets left from the annual catalog. Then I'm going to finish off with the brand new pressed flower motifs. Now these are coming out in May, and they're the metal ones. They're heavy. They're heavy metal. Oh, oh. And because they're so heavy, they will fall off. If you store them flat like this, you're fine. You're good to go. Mine don't store flat. Mine store up. So that's why they're all scrunched down here at the bottom. So I keep them in that plastic so they don't go everywhere. So we're going to finish off with those once the card is done. Okay, so to create the card, you need a bunch of strips. I chose 3/4 of an inch, but you can choose whatever size you want. Has anybody done this technique before? I've done it a couple of times now. Have you done this? Okay, the card base is 8.5 by 5.5, folded at 4 1/4, or scored at 4 1/4 and folded over. This is early espresso. Then I have an early espresso piece that is 5.5 by 4 1/4. And I'm going to do all my building on it and then die cut it afterwards. Then I have another piece that is 2 by 3 1/4-ish to do the trees. I have a piece of basic white for 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. Connie's done it on the diagonal. Oh, that would be cool. Should we do the diagonal tonight, or do you want to do it straight? Tell me, what do you want me to do, straight or diagonal? I have a piece of gold foil that's 3.5 by 3, and that's going to do my bits. It's ish. And a piece of vellum, 2 3/4 by 4. And a piece of white that's 1 by 3 for the sentiment. Oh, Alice says diagonal. Norma says diagonal. And then I had these that I cut off from this one, so I just put them in here just in case I needed them. Ooh, people want diagonal. Okay, let's go. I find it's helpful to build this on a silicone mat, because then your adhesive won't stick to your paper. Okay, so we're going to do diagonal, and you can start in the middle and go out. You can start at the top and go down. You can start at the bottom and go up. It's completely up to you. So I'm just going to choose something. Let's start with this piece. And I'm going to put some adhesive on it when I find my adhesive, because I didn't even get that out. And I'm going to put adhesive all the way down it, because the pieces that I cut off, I will be using maybe. There we go. So where am I going to start? I'm going to get an extra mat out so I can put my cut off pieces on it. Where shall I start? Should I start right about there? That looks good. Nicole says diagonal would look good. Now you can cut these off as you go, or you can save them all to the end. I'm going to cut this off with a little bit extra just in case I want to move it, only because then I can use that piece too. Okay, so then you want to fill in this area here with something different. And don't forget that you have both sides of the designer paper. There's the piece I'm looking for. Okay, I'm going to put some adhesive on this. And I'm going to put it, oh, my pieces aren't the same width. Oh, well. I'm going to put it there. And then we'll just trim that off. Okay, we've got our first line. Now we're just going to build. And you stagger them. Don't put them all in the same direction. I think I want this side. I mean, don't put them all with your seams together. You want to change your seams a bit. No, we're going to put it on this. There, like that. Oops. Then that one's not big enough. That one's not big enough. Let's put this one on there like that. And you can see how you build it. Build and trim and build and trim. Okay, now I'm going to use that side. And if I put this here, that won't work. But if I put this up here, let's see. Now it's when my OCD starts to take over. Let's put a little piece up there. You want to make sure you get right into the corner too. Now this piece is a bit bigger than I need for the die cut, but you still want to make sure you cover everything. Get that right up into the corner like that. Ooh, adhesive everywhere. So other than work, did anybody do anything exciting today? This one is going to go right there, so I need adhesive out from there. Who was perched over top of their computer with the retiring list? And a blue marker like I do. I have a blue Sharpie. No, a blue highlighter that I use. I want some more of this one. Do I have any more of that one? I do. I do have some more. What about if I put, yeah, put that whole one up there. Like that. Oh, I haven't used that side yet. Nicole made 3 sympathy cards. Natalie, this was my first day of retirement after nursing for 39 years. Wow, Nicole, congratulations. Happy retirement. That's awesome. I hope you did me stuff. Nursing is a tough, tough, tough job. And I can't imagine. But thank you for what you did for so many people over the years. Okay, we're going to put this down here like that. think I'm running out of length on this piece. Right there, like that. Now, it's got adhesive on the back, so I'm just going to trim that off. And this one, perfect size for right there. And I haven't used that side yet. So put adhesive on that. Alice went to the art store, bought some acrylic paint, want to play with gel prints and incorporate them into my art cards. Oh, look at you. Go, girl. Congratulations. Thank you for helping people. Not an easy job. Happy retirement. Yes, happy retirement, Natalie. Congratulations. That's awesome. Good time of the year to retire, too. Summer's coming. Tried to clean my craft room and made some cards. What a wonderful way to spend the first day of retirement. Okay, what else have I got here? Oh, I haven't used this strip yet. We'll use that one there. When you do this technique, you kind of have to let it go. You have to just let the creativity happen. When I first did it, the very first time, I spent so long setting up the pattern that I wanted that I completely lost the fun of doing the technique. Okay, what do we got on this side? Oh, that's a good one. We'll put that right there. Right there. So you kind of have to just let go of your OCD if you can and enjoy the process, because every card you make is going to turn out gorgeous. Trust me. You start with gorgeous papers, your result is going to be stunning. Okay, I have this piece. Will this piece fit if I trim it straight? Yep. On that side. Oh, okay. I have a little issue, but it's okay because this is the bottom and it's going to be covered anyways, but I think I got this piece on there crooked. Natalie, do you have trips planned? Or are you just going to take it easy for a while? So many people I know have retired and then gone on like a month-long trip to somewhere. I don't know what I'd do if I retired. Because I enjoy what I'm doing. There we go. Right, we got down here at the bottom. Let's put that one right across there like that. Yep. Now you do have to remember to cut off all the excess around the edges before you put your die on and die cut, because of the adhesive that's hanging over the edge. That one fits in there perfectly. Now we got one little spot, but I'm thinking that it's not going to matter. Oh, maybe it will. Okay, I still have to fill that in. What shall I fill it in with? Sure, not that one, because that's what's there. Not that one, because that's there. This one. This one. Maybe if I can get my adhesive to work. Thanks, Marie. And hello. Take it easy. My mom lives with me and has dementia, so hard to go. Oh, that's nice that you have your mom with you. Enjoy because all too soon, you know what happens. My mother had dementia too, and it was not a pleasant end. In the end, she passed peacefully, but it was tough. It was very tough. And my father passed away uh, way before she did. She had 10 years on her own after my dad passed. And we knew her dementia was getting bad. She lived in assisted living and she would phone us, my sister and I, and say, I don't know what's happening to my TV. It's all German. So she would just turn the TV on and start pushing buttons until something happened. It is sad to watch. It's very sad to watch because that's your mom and she's supposed to be strong for you. And I can laugh now at this stuff that happened, but it wasn't funny at the time. When we went to move her out, we found things in the freezer, like a tea towel. Don't know why she put it in there, but you don't know why anything happens with dementia. Okay, there we go. There's our base. Hello, Valerie. Okay, so now we're going to die cut this with the biggest of the textured notes dies right in here. And I'm going to put it over, let's see, if I put it over this way, I'll have that little tiny piece in the corner and I don't want that. So I'm going to put it over this way so that that piece in the corner is as big as it can be. And we'll use some Post-it tape just to hold it in place. Oops, so it doesn't move. So what do you think of the background? Turned out. Oh, Norma says it looks awesome. Oh, Alice, you beat Valerie. Alice was the first one to say you have my address. And I put a shim under my cutting plate. But let's see. Sometimes they're hard to wind through when you got that shim in there. Eddie, I love it too. Natalie, you're right. Paper is amazing. Nicole, my mom also had dementia and has since passed. It's not easy, that's for sure. It's not. And you have to be thankful that they have moved on to better things. Okay, let's pull this off gently here. Oh, and the dies add another layer of texture as well with those funky edges. Oops, did you see that? This Post-it note just peeled one corner of my designer paper. Now I'm going to have to put some glue on there. You see it? See the edges? So not only do we have all those lovely textures in there, but we have the texture around the edge too. Sorry, I just have to put a little dab of glue right there because that Post-it note just lifted that up. Love in the background, said Valerie. And the fight is always on. Who's going to say you got my address first, right? Okay, so we'll put this off to the side. I'm going to let that glue dry and then I'll push it down where I need it. Okay, so on the gold, I am going to put, let me just take my Post-it pieces off of here. Because, as I mentioned, I'm using a lot of dyes and I'm even using this one for the sentiment. Okay, so I need stylish shapes dies. I need these two, the two smallest circles. And I need the duck pond dies. Oops, I just lost one of my lily pads. Need this one. We're going to cut those. And then on this piece, I'm going to cut the trees. And then on the vellum, I'm going to cut the arch. Okay. Lots of dies, lots of texture, lots of fun. So I'm going to load my cutting plate up here. Hopefully get all of this done at the same time. Oh yeah, my piece is too small, but that's okay because you're not going to see the bottom of the tree trunks anyways. There we go. Cut those. And we'll cut this. I don't know why I made this piece so big, but better to have too much than not enough. And I'll cut them way down in the corner just in case we decide we want to put more of something or other. Okay. Run those through. Marie, I have an older brother that is going through that now. And as you say, it's very tiring, but we'll get through it. Oh, it is. And you wish them peace. And you know they're not at peace. However, my mother, before she lost the ability to speak, because the last 4 years of her life she could not speak, she used to, we would call down there and talk to her and, how was your day, Mom? Did you have a good day? And Thursdays she was always bright and chipper. And it's like, okay, why is she so bright? So I said to her one day, hey, Ma, so what happens on Thursdays? Because you're always so bright and chipper on Thursdays. Well, Thursday was bath day, which is good, like having a bath, although it was only once a week when she was used to every day. But you understand because they're in a facility and that's just the way things go, right? But the person that would give her her bath was a man. And she would be horrified if she wasn't in dementia that a man was giving her a bath. But he was wonderful. We met him a couple of times and he was really nice. And he respected the people, which was a good thing. I had to do a mercy run to the hospital for my aunt who was in emergency. Oh my God, I'm done. Still waiting to see when hubby will get his hernia operated on. Is this the same aunt that was in the hospital before, or is this a different one? Oh, I don't have my other bulrushes. Get them out. There we go. So we got to get some glue happening on these. So let me just, the only thing that's popped up is the sentiment. Everything else is flat. And then I took took the largest circle and trimmed it so that it was flat and just put it on top of the vellum. You hope you get that lucky? Oh God, I hope if I end up in a facility and I have to have a bath by a man, I hope I am in full dementia at the time. That's all I have to say. This poor body's been through twins. It's not a pretty sight. Yep, and now she has a blood clot. Oh no. Oh my gosh, blood clots are not nice. I remember when Ted had his. It's very scary. Fortunately, it happens. Okay, glue on that, glue on this. glue on the trees, glue on, yeah, glue on the circle, but only on half of it. And then glue on this, but only half of it. There, now we'll let that dry. Men have the best sense of humor. Well, and I will deny this if you guys repeat this, but when I was working, I much preferred working with men than women because women can be very backstabbing. But I really enjoyed working with men. We had a lot of fun when that was at the fish plant. And we had a lot of fun at the fish plant. I had a phone call from James today. He is in grade 11 and he was doing a school project. They've started to kind of gear them up for the real world and a profession. And he knows what he wants to do, but he still has to do this stuff in school, right? So he phones me up and he says, I'm doing a project for school and we have to go out and find an advertisement for a job opening that we think we might want to do and then do some investigation into it. Where are the bulrushes? They are from the Charming Duck Pond dies. They're on the last chance list right now, Marie, the stamp set and the dies. And if you buy them, my red dot fell off. If you buy them separately, they're cheaper than buying the bundle. So he phones me and he says, I found this job. And he wants to be a heavy equipment operator and work with engines and stuff. So he says, it's at a fish processing plant. So I thought I would phone you and ask you, did you enjoy your job at the fish processing plant? Well, you're welcome, Marie. I said to him, James, yes, I did enjoy my job at the fish processing plant, but my job at the fish processing plant was in the office. I did accounting and payroll. I didn't work on the floor, but I know that the people who worked on the floor were not impressed with the job. But I said, talk to your dad because him and Uncle Charlie used to work at the fish plant when I worked there. Yes, a little bit of nepotism, but you do what you have to do to get your kids a job in between college semesters, right? So apparently James didn't know or didn't remember that Daddy worked at the fish processing plant. So he was going to get in touch with them. So then we had a whole discussion about what my job was at the fish plant and why I enjoyed it. Okay, so when you attach vellum to your card, you put the adhesive in behind the stuff that's on your vellum. Okay, this is going to go on here. Down here in the corner-ish. Somewhere like that. Oh, I forgot to put the circle on. Shoot. Should have put the circle on first, but that's okay. I'm just gonna trim some off. I didn't measure or anything. I just trimmed some off. Now this one, I put it right down to almost down to the bottom. This one, I'm going to lift it up a bit and put it inside those stitch marks. And then this one is going to go right about there. Right about there. But I want to put my sentiment on here first. The sentiment's going to go there, and that's going to go perfect. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Okay, let's put this onto our card front. I like that designer paper too. It is called the Woven Textures designer paper. And I do believe it's an online exclusive product. So when you guys go looking for something to buy through Stamping Up, do you look at the online exclusive stuff? I'm just curious how many people actually go there to look, or do you completely ignore that and just do the catalogs? So these dies were built for European cards, so they're taller and narrower than our 5 1/4 by 4. This is turning out pretty darn fun. What a good idea it was to use the stuff on the diagonal. And I'm just putting a couple of dimensionals there, like that. Let's see. I'm going to put it right about there. Nope. I have to lift them. They're not in the right spot. Because Natalie looks everywhere. Valerie goes once in a while just to look. Thank you, Natalie. Okay, let's start this again. I'm getting my small ones. My baby ones. There we are. Because I don't want to put over here. So I'm going to put this on here like this. And I'm going to put that down at the bottom. And down at the bottom. So that should miss that. That's better. And then if I put one right here. Oh, here comes my nightly sneeze. Maybe it won't come. Okay, so that's going to go. Oh, pardon me. I'm not even using blends, so I can't even blame it on the Stampin' Blends. Right there. Now, because I was strategic and when I put my, oh, it's crooked. Where I put the dimensionals, it's not on top of other layers. Come on. Lift. Oh, maybe I can just twist it a bit. There we go. There we are. Ooh, 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 ooh. Now, let's put the bling on before I forget, and then we'll stamp the inside. These are called pressed flower motifs, and they will be in the annual catalog in May, and they're metal. That's why they're so heavy. Okay, tell me, who's addicted to embellishments like I am? Lift and separate, that really ages me. Haven't been to my room in Yonkers. Well, super quick card for nephew's stepdaughter, and the card is still sitting on the table ready to drop off. Well, pitter patter, get out of there, girl. It's not like you have been doing anything else. Oh my gosh. How life interferes, eh? Oh, Connie says she goes online when somebody uses something she hasn't seen before. Good plan. Winky. Oh, Winky. Thanks, Alice. Winky. Oh, I had it out. Where did I do it? There it is. Winky on the trees. Winky on the trees. Now, you could, did I? I did. So what I did on this one, I don't know whether you can tell, but in between there, you see in the spots in between, I used Wink of Stella on there. So I just took my Winky and I went like this. And added even more texture by adding Wink of Stella. I should have done it before I put the vellum part on, but you know, some days the brain just doesn't remember what it's supposed to be doing. I didn't even remember I was supposed to put Wink of Stella on here until Alice said to me, Winky. There, so that just adds another layer of texture and bling. Winky grouting, good idea. Winky grouting. We've come up with some new and strange things in my stamping demonstrations, but I think Winky grouting is about the strangest. Hi, Sherry. Sherry loves embellishments. Well, I had before today and my red dot extravaganza, I have a bookshelf over there that is 24 inches wide, and I had 2 shelves full of embellishments. Now I have 3/4 of a shelf. But the good news is I still have a lot that didn't retire, and I have room to put more in because it was getting a bit full. Ink, stamp, stamp, stamp. Oh, look at the texture in that. Oh, I love it. Envelope. Hi, Lena. Thank you so much. No one stronger than me. Stranger than me. Oh, you never know. Stamp, stamp, stamp. There's always room for more. I can always add more shelf space for more bling. But all this stuff that's retiring now, it goes from my active shelf to my giveaway for Share It Saturday shelf. So stay tuned for that to happen. Saturday mornings, 8 a.m. in my VIP group. The Share It Saturday posts go up every week. And then I always draw and somebody wins a card and some embellishments from me. 2 trolleys of embellishments? Yes. Absolutely. So there we go. So now tell me, do you like the diagonal one or the straight one better? Which one works? Do you like? And make one of these. Your challenge for the day, for the week, is to make one of these and post it in our Share It Saturday over in the VIP group. Now, let me grab my VIP group link. If you are not part of my VIP, you should become part. It's free and it's fun. So there it is in Facebook. And here it is for both of them. Oh, look, I did it 3 times. How did I manage to do that? Let's see. Straight, like them both, but lean towards diagonal. Both are gorgeous. I like them both. Straight, love both. Oh, good. Joanne likes the straight one. There you go. So thanks so much for hanging out with me. I apologize for being a little bit late tonight. I will be back tomorrow night. Let me see what I know. I got another card. Oh, it's a fun fold. So I'll be in my VIP group tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. I hope you can join me. If you have enjoyed my video, please hit those emojis on Facebook. Let Facebook know it's a valuable video. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button wherever it is, right about there, and subscribe to my channel. And you will get notification every time I go live. You're very welcome. And Alice, and thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you soon in my craft room. Stamp and smiles. Bye for now.